Hey, welcome back to my channel. I am going to do a rundown of the first day of the 30 Good Challenge. I'm going to tell you how today went, what I did, and what I was able to accomplish. So yesterday, I went ahead and wrote down everything that I wanted to get done for the day, and I actually was able to achieve everything. So I'm really excited about that. I actually want to pull up the 30 Good Challenge picture so that I can go through that while I talk to you guys. So the first thing that I had to do today was follow a diet. So I had oatmeal for breakfast. I actually went out and bought this oatmeal, Bob's Red Mill old-fashioned rolled oats, whole grain. There's a lot of O's in this, but yeah, this is really good. I followed the instructions on the back, just oats, water, and salt, and it tasted great. I've never had oatmeal without sugar before, but I don't think I need sugar anymore, which is amazing because let me show you the breakfast that I have had for probably the past 5 months every single day. So I was eating this every single morning. I'm moving towards this just because it is more substantial and it doesn't have any sugar. This one has about 10 grams of sugar, so I just think it is much better. So I did follow my diet today. I did end up eating at Starbucks at noon. I had a chai latte and a tomato and mozzarella and focaccia, but that still coincides with my diet. And I had a plate of rice and beans this night for dinner. So I followed my diet, and I did complete my 10,000 steps, and I also did my 15-minute workout, which was a run at the park. I went to the park at around 9 a.m. to complete the workout and get a head start on my steps for the day. And then I came home, and after going grocery shopping, had my breakfast, took a shower. And then after taking a shower, I applied to 2 jobs today. So I used about an hour of my time to apply to 2 jobs. And I was able to do that pretty efficiently. I think one of the jobs wouldn't really end up working out for me, but having younger sisters, you end up doing things like this and you don't even realize it. But one of the jobs isn't gonna really work out for me just because of the hours, but I found that out like at the end of the application. So I was like, just put in the application, you know, especially since it was the first job I was applying to today. I was like, put it in so you have at least checked that off your 30 Good Challenge list that you applied to a job. And then I applied to another job that was a little bit more my speed. Both jobs have salaries I've never made before. They're not like extravagant salaries. Like I will get to those applying to those jobs, but I am just taking it a little bit slow. But I will be applying to jobs that are more out of my league as the days go on. And after I applied to the jobs, I actually inquired about volunteer opportunities, and the Sugar Hill Art Gallery and Museum, which is where I usually volunteer, did not have any available shifts. So I called the Aurora Theater and inquired about volunteering there, and they sent me a bunch of stuff. I still have to look through that. I also inquired about volunteering with Habitat for Humanity. It seems like that's kind of a easier way to get my foot in the door with volunteering in the community. And I'll probably be going to their Restore on Saturday. And after I did all that on my computer, I packed it all up and went to a coffee shop and spent about 3 hours there working on my passion project, which, as I think I've already said, I'm writing a book of short stories, and I have been stuck on this particular story for weeks now. Like, I created the structure for the story, but every single time I tried writing it, it just was not working. It just wasn't coming together. And I finally got something going. So after about an hour and a half of being at Starbucks, I was like, I need to get something done, or I'm just gonna pretty much waste time being out here. So I looked up what to do when you're stuck with writing, and one of the options was to free write. So basically you set a timer for 10 minutes and then you just write and you don't edit yourself. And so I kept on doing that. My timer would go off every 10 minutes and I just kept on going and going and going. And I have about 3 to 4 pages done, which is great because before I had 0. So I'm happy with that. I will be continuing that tomorrow, but I'll get to all the things I'll be doing tomorrow in a minute. But that's pretty much everything that I have to do daily for the 30 Good Challenge. The things I have to do weekly, of course, is to volunteer once a week and to clean up my space once a week. But we are going to get into that. So I have written down everything that I want to do tomorrow. So when I wake up, the first thing I want to do is work on the painting that's actually behind me. It looks like mud. I don't know what it's gonna be. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have a plan for it. I'm just painting. That's just what I'm doing. So my plan is to wake up and do that for about an hour to an hour and a half, and then go to the park and run for 15 minutes, and then walk around the park and get closer to 10,000 steps. And then I'm gonna go home and shower, and then I'm gonna have oatmeal again at 11 a.m. Then I'm gonna apply to jobs for about an hour, and then I am going to clean up my room. So this is where the clean up your space once a week point for the 30 Good Challenge comes into play. I'm gonna clean up my room, which is an ordeal because it's messy in here. But I will get that done. And then I'll have lunch, I'll write for 2 hours, and then I have to do like miscellaneous tasks like pay for my insurance. And I also want to create a video for Juneteenth where I crochet a Juneteenth inspired scrunchie. So I'll be shooting that tomorrow, and then I'll have dinner at 7 p.m. and that will be it. I did forget something. My clothes are actually in the dryer because I ended up doing laundry today. So that's another win. So I guess cleaning up my room tomorrow will look like putting up all my laundry and getting that all set up. So that is everything I did today, and we'll see how tomorrow goes. I would say today was an accomplishment. I would like to apply to a few more jobs tomorrow. But with every job, I want it to be tailored to the specific job description. I want it to be a good application. I just don't want to be putting in applications that are not tailored to the job description. You know, applications that are easy for, I guess, HR to throw out because none of the keywords pop up. But yeah, that's pretty much it. As to how I'm feeling, I think I'm optimistic, which is good. Like, I feel good. Oh my gosh, I forgot I have therapy tomorrow. I have therapy at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Okay, so okay, I'll change that later. But yeah, I'm gonna have to change those things around. I'll probably have breakfast and then go do therapy. But yeah, I am a little bit optimistic. We'll see how tomorrow goes, and I will be back tomorrow and tell you how the day went. All right, bye.